Yeah, Jim, the NFL fans have shown out in full force here in Nashville. I'm about a 9-iron away from the epicenter of the NFL universe, the 2019 draft stage. And Jim, how about this turn of events? Jeffrey Simmons will begin his professional career across the banks of the Cumberland River at Nissan Stadium, the home of the Tennessee Titans. The Titans drafted the former Mississippi State Bulldog and Noxubee County Tiger with the 19th pick of the first round. Yeah, Jim, this first round of the NFL draft had more twists and turns than any Nashville songwriter could dream of. Kyler Murray, the former Oklahoma quarterback, went first to the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, Jim, not every day we're with a World Series champion, but tonight, here we are, World Series champion Mitch Moreland. How does that sound? Amory native Mitch Moreland has a PhD in smashing baseballs. The former Diamond Dog clubbed his 12th homer in Boston's 9-5 win over the Seattle Mariners.
Well, look at there.
Too late for me to enter the contest? Too late?
Come
on, baby.
So.
It ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Special mention on Andy Lee, you know.
There is some news coming out of Mississippi State camp. The man known as the bowling ball will be bowling for the last time, talking about MSU junior running back Josh Robinson. Jim, it's no April Fool's joke. Morgan Williams' clutch shot snapped UConn's 111-game win streak, reset it back to 0, and MSU made history. The first round of the North Mississippi Classic is starting to wind down, and some good scores out there. Your leaders in the clubhouse at 5 under par are Connor Godsey and Sebastian Munoz. Tiger Woods was on top of the golf world until he wasn't. A series of public embarrassments, surgeries, and missed putts turned Tiger into a punchline. Well, a funny thing happened on Maximum Security's trot to the winner's circle. Immediately after the race, country house jockey Flavien Prat claimed a foul. After a lengthy inquiry, the stewards disqualified Maximum Security for interference. 65-to-1 shot Country House was declared the winner. For the first time in the Derby's 145-year history, the horse that crossed the finish line first was disqualified. Baseball, game 1 of MSU's doubleheader at Texas A&M. Freshman J.T. Ginn brings the good stuff. Ginn strikes out Ty Coleman to end the 5th. He struck out 7 Aggies in 6 innings of work. Ole Miss is hosting Mississippi State in baseball this weekend. Would you believe the weather is affecting that series as well? Yes, you would. The NFL draft concluded today with rounds 4 through 7. A former area high school football standout received his life-changing phone call this afternoon. Former North Pontotoc Viking Marcus Green was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in the 6th round. WTVA's Wide World of Sports next takes us to Building 4 of the Tupelo Furniture Market for the second and final day of the American Cornhole Organization's Tupelo Masters. It was called the Money Fight. Both guys made a lot of money, and I thought the fans at home got their money's worth. Grady, what were your initial thoughts of the fight? 2 of the match's participants were honored in Tupelo. Former tag team partners Jerry the King Lawler and superstar Bill Dundee were presented keys to the city by Tupelo Mayor Jason Shelton. And the King dropped his key. Always a good bit from the King. Powerlifting. That word conjures up images of men with Herculean strength lifting obscene amounts of weight. Drake West doesn't fit that image. This 21-year-old from Amory refuses to be solely defined by his physical condition.
I have cerebral palsy. Mentally, it really doesn't do anything to me. Physically, I cannot walk. And I only have one good side, and it's my left side.
4 years ago, a chance encounter at a popular store piqued Drake's curiosity.
I went to Walmart one day, and I was like, I seen this big guy at the paint counter, and I said, I want to be like him one day.
That man is Joe Morrow, a local bodybuilder who encouraged Drake to get into the gym and now serves as his trainer. Morrow couldn't make this competition at Premier Athletics in Tupelo, but there is always someone willing to go the extra mile for Drake. On this day, friend and fellow powerlifter Eric Whitfield stepped up to the plate.
Known Drake for 4 years. Very unique guy. He's a person that's a living proof that, you know, the only limitations are the limitations we place upon ourselves.
Before each lift, Drake and Whitfield have an intense ritual that begins with a dusting of chalk to dry off Drake's powerful left hand. Eric then wraps Drake's left wrist so tight that the circulation to his hand is nearly cut off, Drake must then be lifted onto the bench. Now it's go time. Drake is attempting a personal best bench press of 45 pounds. He clears it with ease, and the crowd goes wild. But it hasn't always been like this, especially when he first started.
I've heard it all, man. I've heard, oh, you're going to get hurt. I don't want to see you up under this kind of weight. What did the doctor say about this? That doesn't cross my mind when I'm up under the weight. All I'm worried about is doing what I'm told and doing the attempt that I'm attempting.
That mindset has worked well for Drake. At this American Powerlifting Association sanctioned event, he benched 45 pounds and deadlifted another 65 for a total of 110 pounds. He weighs just 90 pounds.
It's nothing impressive. It will never be because of one hand, and people with both hands can do a lot more.
Drake's right in one regard. On paper, his numbers will never catch your attention, but watching him in action certainly will. Ray Williams, the ICC assistant football coach, who has shattered powerlifting records worldwide, sees it differently.
I just think it's awesome that a kid pretty much is born to the circumstances that he is, and he still, beats the odds and still gets to the gym, still trains, still works his tail off, and is actually able to break world records and compete.
Tupelo native Bobby Bratton bravely battled brain cancer for 17 years. Bratton lost his fight in June, but his spirit lived on last night at a bull riding event in Tupelo. It was the second annual Bobby Bratton Bull Riding Benefit. The benefit was spearheaded by Bratton's close friend Clay Knight, a local grocer.
Me and Bobby become real close friends over the years, and we were like best friends. And he laid in the bed for 2 years, and he just couldn't support his children. And so I said, Bobby, my son said, let's do a 7-on-7 tournament. And I said, no, let's do a bull riding at the place. And we started it.
In 2017, the event raised nearly $10,000 to help Bratton with his medical expenses. Now that Bratton is deceased, this year's proceeds will help Bratton's children pay for college. It's been a difficult summer for Clay Knight. Shortly after Bobby Bratton's death in June, Clay Knight lost his father, Bob Knight, the longtime owner of Todd's Big Star grocery store in Tupelo. Remembering Bobby Bratton's spirit has helped Clay Knight get through the tough times.
He was really a great guy, never complained, and I'm complaining about my big toe hurting. And when I look at him, he had 3 brain surgeries and never complained about nothing. We got to be grateful for what we've got and help people that are in need like this.
Clay Knight tells me he plans to continue the event next year with a new and deserving beneficiary. Moving